Hi, welcome back. So today we're talking about something that's slightly boring, but it's relevant and it's important. This is the German education system. Now, it looks scary and weird and overly complex, which is, the normal German model for anything. And here on the left, we have the minimum age at which you can start something. And here on the right, it's like the class number, like first class, second class, and so on. Now, it's gonna get hairy and it's gonna get weird, but it's important for two reasons. One, as you can see here, when you are done being 9 years old, you go from primary school into one of the many different schools. And this has consequences. So at the age of 10, basically, the system says you will go and you will have the potential to be a university student or to study at university, or you will go and you will be a professional, like someone who works with their hands, or you will go do other things or not. And it's also important to know, because I see these questions, not a lot, but sometimes, like people who want to move to Germany, people who want move to Germany with kids, or they are thinking about how to translate their education to the German system. And it's important to know these things, and it's important to know these things beforehand, because they're very different than America and other countries that I know. I know a lot of other countries, but like countries I have countries that I'm personally acquainted. So let's start with like the basics, the easy things. You can see where the source is. And I have to say that this isn't the final form of the education system in Germany. It gets weirder, but this is like a good overview for now. Between the age of 0 and 3, a kid, or parents don't have to send the kid to any frame. Like, kid can stay at home, and legally a parent is allowed to take something called Elternzeit, and they can stay at home. Usually it doesn't work for people like us who are not classic German, because we don't have the salaries to do this. But yeah, this is for later on. I will also do a video about the German, the classic German family, and what it looks like, and how the society is rigged basically against women, but also not. Anyway, totally different topic. So between the age of 3 and the age of 6, so 3, 4, 5, children have to go to a framework, so usually called a kindergarten, literally the garden of kids, where they, I don't know, walk around, exchange snot, and bring diseases back home, and probably eat like, I don't know, Play-Doh and shit like that. Until the age of 6. At the age of 6, as everywhere else, they go to the primary school, which is until the 4th class, or till the end of age 9. Then, so up to here, normal, more or less. I don't know. My elementary school ended at the 6th class. Anyway, at age 10, the ripe age of 10, the system decides in which direction you are going. It is usually decided for the child according to their performance review in the elementary school, and then from the age of 10 until the age of more or less 15, they can either go to the gymnasium, which is the normal school that leads to A levels, which is called Abitur in Germany. In German also. Gesamtschule, I don't really know what that translates into. There are a lot of terms here that are like reserved words that I am not super sure about what they mean exactly. And Gesamtschule literally means comprehensive school. Then you have the Realschule, Hauptschule, and then school with several education direction. What does that mean? I don't know. And then special schools, or Sonder special schools, or specific schools. I don't know. Probably Waldorf falls somewhere around there. So basically, what we know, what is known to us from normal how things work, You do your A levels and then you can continue to university. Yeah, I think you don't have to start at 19 at university. And then for the people, like you see here the overlap, like Gesamtschule and Gymnasium can go to do the A levels. But then Realschule cannot go to Gymnasium, to the Oberstufe, to the higher level, to do A levels. And then this is called a professional full-time school, and this is the dual system where teaching or professional part-time. Basically, if you get sent to this one, to this block or this block, you can't really go to A levels. I mean, you can, but you have to go around a lot of things. And once you're done with either the full-time professional school, you can go and do the professional or skilled high school. Not really high school, it's called Hochschule, which is literally a high school. Or from this direction, you can go and do you can do Weiterbildung, which is like additional education. Now, this is a good and a bad system, in my opinion. Like I have a couple of colleagues who started working at the company where I used to work when they were 16. They were my age, more or less, maybe a few years older than me. They had like a kid or two each. They had 16 years of experience at the age of 32. 16 years of experience. And in comparison, I had 3. Same age, more or less, give or take, 1-2 years, let's say. That's a huge advantage, and it comes from like, you can see it as an advantage and a disadvantage, because when you have 16 years of experience at the age of 32, you have a very set in stone way of doing things. Sometimes, not everyone, but as a trend. And when you, I don't know, I don't see an advantage to my point. I've just been fucked. But my main issue with this is when I was 10 years old. I was around 5th class. If you took the way I wasn't like university material. I also wasn't university material at the age of 14, 15, and 16. However, I went to university and I am today working as an engineer since 4 years almost. So obviously I'm not horrible at it, because I have yet to get fired because of my performance. And this is a problem for people who migrate. For example, I see a lot of people, I've seen, well, I don't know if it's a lot. I would say it's a lot, like 6 people so far, who were like, we are considering moving to Germany with kids. They are age 8, 11, and 14. It's like, they don't speak German, and they are around the age where your future gets decided. And a lot of the advice is like, don't do it, because Germany is sort of classist in this way. Like, it's a very binary look at things, but basically this is where you send the smart people, and this is where you send the stupid people. I mean, jokes on the smart people, because these guys, when they are 25, 28, they're pulling in like 3,000, 4,000 euros a month brutto. And these guys are stuck at 25 working for 1,600, 2,000 euros a month. So who's really the dumbass? But these people have like the A-level university path has a bigger potential in the end. Like, you're not gonna get to be an engineer at BMW pulling in 100,000 euros a year by being a welder. And you can go on a path, like you can go from this side eventually to university after like being a meister and doing a lot of extra work. You can, it's possible, it's completely possible, but it's harder than doing this. And it's also like, if you were in America and you didn't do super good at school, you can still go to college / university and finish university, get a degree, and work. There's a lot more chance for you to do that. Well, America is a bad example because everything is mega expensive and you're basically locked in your socioeconomic bracket. But if we take like, Spain has a mega inflation in degrees, but Still, you can go and do, even if you weren't super smart, super bright at school, you can go and get a degree. Other countries, let's say France, it's possible. It's much, I think it's much easier than in Germany. And I think this is unfair. This is unfair for two reasons. You are deciding for these kids at 10 whether or not they are worthy of going to university, basically. And this can also change their mindset when they go and how they go about their stuff. Because when you tell a child, like, listen, it's gonna be hard, but you can do it. You can go to university. You just need to work a bit harder than everyone else, or you just need to work harder to catch up, or you just need to do this for a bit. It's a different game than you're telling them, okay, you're going to the professional school and you're gonna be a mechanic for the rest of your life. Like, the kid needs to have a lot of anger and pent-up aggression in them to be like, fuck you, I'm gonna go and be in university. It's an uphill battle and it's hard. I'm not saying the Abitur is the hardest thing in the world. Also, it varies whether you're in Bavaria or in Hessen or Baden-Württemberg or Berlin or Brandenburg. It varies and it's different. But I don't like this is like slicing the population in two different categories of like smart people and dumb people. I don't like it. Yeah, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, write down below, share your experiences. Do you disagree with my opinion? That's fine, just write down. Engage with us. Yeah, and we'll see you in the next one.